So you've probably heard that major chords sound happy and minor chords sound sad. But have you ever wondered why? In the next 5 minutes, you'll learn that only one note separates the majors from the minors. And once you understand this, all the chords will make a lot more sense. I'm Kelsey, and this is your fast and free guitar lesson. Let's go! Life isn't all roses. Sometimes you've got to play the blues too. And that's where minor chords come in. While major chords sound like happy endings, minor chords resonate with heavy hearts. Minor chords sound introspective and sad. They remind us of hard journeys, broken hearts, and the courage to overcome. Major chords feel like triumph and victory, resolution, peace, joy, happiness. When you really think about it, the majors and minors go together hand in both life and music. So when you're playing music, how do you know whether to play major or minor? If you see a little M beside the chord, it means it's a minor chord. If there's no M, it's major. So E is E major, E little m is E minor. So what's the difference between the two? Think of guitar chords like recipes. Every major chord uses the same 3 ingredients, the first, third, and fifth notes of its major scale. Let's check it out. Let's figure out the ingredients for the C major chord. First, we're going to pull up the C scale, and in that C major scale, we're going to find the first, third, and fifth notes. So a C chord is made up of the notes C, E, and G. Let's check it out in our C chord. C, E, G, C, E. 1, 3, 5. How about we try it with the G major chord? So first, let's pull up our G scale. In this G scale, the 1, 3, 5 are going to come together to make our G major chord. So G major is G, B, D. Let's check it out on the guitar. G, B, D, G, B, G. Minor chords use almost the exact same recipe. We only change one ingredient. We lower the third by a half step. That's it. One note, one rung on our note ladder, one fret on our guitar. Change that one ingredient and change the entire emotional character of the chord. So for instance, to find E major, we find the 1, 3, 5 of the E major scale. That would be E, G sharp, and B. If we want E minor, all we've got to do is lower that third by just a half step. One rung on our music note ladder, one fret on our guitar. So the G sharp becomes G throughout the whole chord. Let's check it out. So our E chord has E, B, E, G sharp, B, E. The third actually only happens once in this chord, and it is on our third string. To lower that G sharp, we're just going to take our finger off, and that's going to lower it by one fret, and that makes E minor. Using this 1, 3 flat, 5 recipe, let's learn 2 more minor chords. How about we start with A? So in the A scale, our 1, 3, 5 is A, C sharp, E, which means we need to take that C sharp down just one rung on our note ladder or one fret on our guitar. Our minor chord is going to be A, C, E. Let's see how that maps out on the guitar. The A major chord has A, C sharp, E. In this voicing, the third only happens once. It's our C sharp, which means we've got to move from the second fret to the first fret. We're going to do a little shuffling to make that possible. But now that C sharp has become a C, and our A major chord is now A minor. All right, freebies, let's do one more. Let's learn D minor. But first, let's pull up our D major scale. In the D major scale, our 1, 3, 5 is D, F sharp, and A. Now we're going to take that F sharp, our third, we're going to lower it by a half step to get F. So our D minor should have D, F, A. Let's check it out. Here's our D chord. It has D, A, D, F sharp. Again, in this particular voicing, there's only 1/3 represented, and we need to take that second fret F sharp, we need to get it to be our first fret F. Do a little shuffling to get that F, and now this D should be a D minor. Congrats! You now know what makes a chord major or minor, and because you understand the recipe of these chords, you don't just have to memorize chord shapes, you can actually figure out your chords yourself. This week, I challenge you to practice your minor chords for just 5 minutes a day. And I'd be happy to be your practice buddy. Check out this quick video for a Spanish groove that'll help you master all these minor chords, plus your E and A major chords. And comment, "Let's cook" down below if the recipe metaphor clicked for you. If you want more lessons that help you not only play guitar, but also understand guitar, please hit subscribe. Steppable, stackable, fast and free. Have your guitar lessons your way. Music is for everyone.